Good day. It's an exciting day here at WeTV as we debut a new program here on our lineup, and we're certainly excited to be talking something other than sports, something other than other shows that we produce here on We Now. We're going to talk specifically about financial financial investment, financial banking, everything about financial. And we've got the perfect gentleman to host this show. He comes in from Toronto to help us out. We certainly do appreciate that. Robert Gignac joins us in-house for the debut of We Talk Money. Thanks for coming in, Robert.
Great to be here, Don.
What a great idea. We're so excited about having you on board with this. And just some background on yourself, Robert, about the financial world that you've become accustomed to and how you've put all of this together up to this point.
Well, I was born and raised here in Windsor, so it's nice to be able to come back home to share this story with your viewers. I got into personal finance absolutely by accident, and I accidentally wrote a best-selling book called Rich is a State of Mind. And it started out to be a marketing brochure for a friend who was a financial advisor, and it morphed into this book, which is now in its 18th printing.
Outstanding. We'll get more into the book a little bit later during this program, but you don't work in the finance field, do you?
I never have. I've never been a financial planner or advisor. I've never worked for a bank, credit union, mutual fund company. I've always been interested in the concept behind money and why it's so emotional for people when really there's nothing that emotional about money to begin with.
The elevator pitch, Rich is a State of Mind. What does that mean?
Rich is a State of Mind is a novel about personal finances seen through the eyes of a slightly dysfunctional Canadian family. And every time I say that to somebody, they can take half a step back and they go, "You've met my family." Because we all tend to think our families are slightly dysfunctional. And I thought if I could craft a story around a Canadian family where readers would go, "Hey, that's me," then I could keep them reading and help them with a little bit of education about personal finance. And I decided to write the book to help give them a tool, not so much to teach them everything, because I can't do that. I've never worked in the field. But if I can get them to read a little bit and get them to go, wait, this isn't so scary. Maybe I should talk to somebody and seek out help, the experts we're going to have on this show, then I think I did the right thing.
The book is outstanding, no question about it. But I think, in getting to know you, Robert, and I'm looking so forward to the many guests that you're going to bring on to this program. Your passion, though, is what really stands out. Why have you become so passionate about it, and how much did that contribute to putting the book together and also even bringing a show like this together?
For me, when I can talk to Canadians and help them to understand that they can achieve whatever it is they want to achieve once they figure out what that is. The hard part for most people is they don't know what they want to accomplish. And with the book, I help them narrow down that focus a little bit. I encourage them to seek out the advice of financial professionals because it can be a complicated thing, and seeking out help is always a good thing.
Let's give our viewers a brief overview of what this program, We Talk Money, is going to entail, some of the types of guests you'll have involved.
So what I'm hoping we can do with the show is bring in people from all aspects of personal finance. And what happens is too many people think personal finance is just, well, I need a financial advisor. You do. You also need an accountant, perhaps, to help you with your taxes if you're a small business owner. What if you're buying a house? Do you need a mortgage broker? Do you need a real estate agent? What happens in the event, and we never want to talk about it, but at some point we need a lawyer, we need a will, we need an estate plan, we need to talk to professionals in the industry of what happens when somebody passes away. What are all the things that need to be considered? What happens with all of the government issues around RSPs, TFSAs, bank accounts? Now you've got robo-advisors, everything's online. I don't even need to work with a real person. I can do this all on my computer. What are the issues around that? Those are the concepts I'd like to discuss in the show.
We're going to discuss it. We're going to talk about Robert's book after the break. When we come back, we'll continue on with this debut edition of We Talk Money.
Windsor started a tradition way back of giving us great barbecue north of the border, and you can taste that tradition when you come to Tommy's Barbecue. Dive into Tommy's rotisserie-style ribs and chicken, along with the crinkle-cut fries, coleslaw, and the original hot and sweet sauces. Plus all those amazing desserts like Black Forest cake and strawberry cheesecake. Taste the tradition and so much more at Tommy's Barbecue, 999 Erie Street East. See you there, Windsor.
Welcome back to the WeTV studio and the debut of We Talk Money. Certainly glad to have you along for the ride here. And we're also glad to have our host who will be carrying the show for us here on WeTV, Robert Gignac. And welcome back to the show, Robert. And
Thanks, Dominic.
as mentioned at the break, Robert has authored a book. It's talking about a lot of the financial stuff that he'll be talking about on the We Talk Money show here. So let's get into this book, Robert.
Sure.
First of all, congratulations. Anybody that writes a book, boy, I have a lot of admiration for, because the work that goes into something like this, and I've scanned through this book, I've read a couple of bits and pieces here and there. How long did it take you to put all of this together?
From start to finish, it was about 18 months between when I first had the thought, I'm going to write a book, and between holding it in my hands for the very first time.
Okay, so this book, this kind of is like the guideline as to where this show is going to go, correct?
I think it is, because we cover concepts in the book like goal setting, compound interest, the basics of money and emotion, credit cards, RSPs, TFSAs, life insurance, wills, estate plans, all of the basic building blocks that go with creating a successful financial life. But the story has more to it because of the family relationships and the dynamic. And I think that's what draws the readers in.
Now, we want you to purchase the book, obviously. We want you to get out and buy the book, but certainly we want you to tune into We Talk Money. You get to see the author. He looks much better in person anyways, so you want to watch him. But what are the takeaways that you are hoping that people will get from the book, Robert?
The first would be that money isn't emotional and it's not very hard to understand. You need to do some smart, simple, basic things with your money. Build a foundation, as it were, the same as if you were building a house. But once you have that foundation set, then you start to worry about the more important things. And at the end of the day, money's never going to make us happy. It's not as important as everything else that goes on within our lives. And there's all kinds of help available if we only seek it out.
When reading this book, when talking about it, Robert, is there certain areas where people maybe struggle a little bit more than with other areas?
I think they struggle with goal setting and they struggle with saving money, because Madison Avenue and the advertisers have convinced us all that we can spend our way to financial success. And every once in a while in presentations, I pick on HGTV and tell people all the time, you know, if your house doesn't have granite countertops, your life doesn't suck. But if you watch HGTV, they're convinced that if you don't have granite countertops, well, you're just not a good person. And it's not about that. It's about everything else.
I'm honored to be here with you today, Robert, as the co-host, I'm going to say, of the debut of We Talk Money. But you will be hosting this show, We Talk Money. And what are you hoping to accomplish there, and what are you hoping that people will take away out of the program?
I hope that we can create a show that's entertaining, educational, keeps viewers wanting to see more. We will be taking questions from the audience about future episodes. If there's something that we haven't covered in an episode, and as a viewer they go, I wish you'd talk about this, great. Send us an email. Send it to me. Send it to wetv.ca, and we will cover those questions in upcoming episodes. We want to give the viewers the information they're seeking.
And I really admire, again, the variety of guests you're going to have. It's all types of different areas of financial, but different companies, which I think is very attractive.
Absolutely. We want to cover the whole spectrum of everything that's related to personal finance, even some things that aren't necessarily what people think about with personal finance. Maybe we bring in a personal development specialist to talk about motivation. Nothing to do with money, but if you can't get motivated with your life, then you're never going to be motivated about your money.
Well, we're motivated here. Thanks to you, Robert. Great to have you in our studio. Great to have you on board with WeTV. We look forward to being educated by you and your guests with all the future shows of We Talk Money. And certainly we think this is going to be a great venture for us and a great partnership.
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity. I'm looking forward to educating and entertaining our viewers. And if we learn a thing or two along the way, that's just an added bonus.
Absolutely. We Talk Money here on WeTV. Make sure you check it out each and every week. A new show will be put up on the site that you can tune into. The beauty about webcasting, you could watch it anytime, and Robert's available to you as well, 24/7, thanks to We Talk Money. For now, this is Dominic Papa wishing you a great day. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll talk to you again soon.